Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. So glad to see you guys and welcome back. Before we get started with prayer, I just want to kind of tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. So you should have your things with you. I want your green handwriting book and your dry erase board. We will be doing a math measurement activity. I'll show you those materials. That would be your packet with these strips and this yellow piece of paper, your leaf, and then for more strips, or for your leaves, excuse me, and then your flower cutout. You don't need to do this while I'm doing it. I just realized that's probably pretty challenging because we don't do it at the same time. So I'll show you how to do this later, and then you will go do it. This is our math for today, so I'm hoping that will be a lot of fun for us. Okay, math today, handwriting, journal and handwriting, which is language time, right? Math, language time, technology. I want you to be practicing your name and then going on to, I know a lot of you are doing ABC Mouse and then IXL, but I'd like you also to do Starfall and ABC Ya, which are different programs. When you start doing different ones, it just gives you an idea of how these different apps can work, or different areas in the computers work. So all those will teach you different things. But working in the Word document and writing your names first and last name 5 times on a Word document, making a line in between each one, right? So writing your name, pushing enter so you have space in between it, and doing it on a new line. So practicing your name in technology is one of those goals we have, to be able to sign into the computers for technology next year for kindergarten, okay? And then one more thing I want to share about yesterday before we pray. I got really excited about my science, you guys. So I just want to show you. Yesterday we talked about how your seed had that hard coat around it, and that's that gray part around this. This is like a close-up of what it looks like, right? And right now, even in just one day, your seed is doing this. You can't see it yet, but there is a sprout inside your seed that's starting to get ready to push its way out. We are germinating our seeds, you guys. We are getting ready for them to grow into the ground. And you know, it's so miraculous to me sometimes when I talk about this is God gave that seed, that one little teeny tiny seed, everything it needs to grow and grow into a wonderful plant, right? And so I'm really excited to show you. But so even just in one night, I don't know if you've noticed, they're getting softer. I see white coming through mine. Okay, now I'm not going to squish these. I just wanted you to see that they're getting what I call fatter, chunkier, and you can still see there's moisture. I'm going to tape mine back up onto my wall so it still gets what? Sunlight, right? So we are providing what it needs right now. It needs oxygen, it needs water, and it needs sunlight to grow. Once it has roots, which is those little things on the bottom, and we'll discover those, it needs to get into the ground because the food that it needs and nutrients is in the dirt, so it can grow and get it stronger. So those are the things it needs, and we'll be learning about that as we go. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and get started in prayer. I really want us to be working on our Hail Mary, so we know it for the month of May, because May is the month for our Blessed Mary. So here we go, friends. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here, ever this day be at my side, to light and guard, to rule and guide. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okie dokie. I wanted to give Audrey a compliment. Audrey went to the next level with her pattern, so I'm putting a cube in the bucket for her. She did an ABC pattern, which we talked about, and I just thought it was really creative that she saw that with her work yesterday, and she did that. So good job for you, Miss Audrey. I also want to recognize all of you for these posters. They're just absolutely beautiful, the posters you did for the nurses and the doctors. I just can't wait to show those off and let those guys see them. I was thinking I was doing it on Wednesday. I did receive something from the hospital that it'll be on Friday. So I will send your parents pics. I will keep you posted. But thank you, bucket fillers. You were Jesus's hands and you helped. So I appreciate you so much. Okie dokie. We're going to go ahead and get started with our day. Your dry erase board should be closed because we will be using that eventually. Okay, gang? Where'd my pointer go? Here we go. So it is April. We only have 2 more days and it will be January, February, March, April, May, excuse me, April, May will be our next month. Can't go too fast, Miss Rash. Okay. Today is April 28th, 2020. Days of the week. Here we go. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Very good. Yesterday was Monday. Here's our little guy. You went to sleep and woke up. So yesterday, Monday. Today is Tuesday. What will tomorrow be? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Good job. Okie dokie. Go ahead. I did not give you a weather chart. You may go ahead and look out your window, though. I do want you to be making observations. You can write down the weather really quickly on your dry erase board if you would like. It was sunny this morning, but it's not anymore. Now I have clouds, and I can tell the sun's trying to peek out from behind it, but we have clouds, so I am documenting a cloud. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move you over to our workspace. We're going to write a number and count on our hundreds chart. So I'm going to tell you right now, your number is going to be 29. Let me turn you to our workstation and see if you can see the number 29. How could you find it on the hundreds chart? What would you be looking for? How could you instantly get to it? Quick, 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 right? Because mathematicians like to be precise and organized. You have 2 ways. You could go to the 9 column and look down. Oh, 29, 29, right? That would be one way. And then always, whenever you are unsure, we go back to the beginning and we simply count. And that's what we're going to do right now until we get really familiar with this hundreds chart. Okay, so here we go. Help me out. I'm going faster every day. I hope you notice that. That's a technique that we are working on in math too. Not so fast that we mess up though, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Boom. Stop. We aren't going anymore. But I do want you to see 29 is right here. How many jumps until 30? How many steps? 1. So if you wrote that really in a math sentence, it would say 29 plus 1 equals 30, right? So each one of these is a step, which means you're adding 1 more, right? And that's really what math is when we're doing addition. We're adding and adding and adding, right? We can add all the way and get to 100. Okie dokie. I just want to keep seeing those patterns. We are going to learn a new song eventually about counting by tens. That's something that you learn in kindergarten, and you guys are so good at math. I think we're really getting ready for it. Let's go ahead and write our 29. So get out your dry erase board. How do we make a 2? We are still practicing our numbers. 2, around with a curve and back. 2, 2, 2, and then our circle. Do not make the letter P, which can happen with 9s. Our circle has to go this way. A circle and a line. That's the way we make a 9. 29. Good job. Okay, go ahead. You can erase that off of your dry erase board. Okay. We are going to go ahead And I'm going to help you right now with what we're going to be doing on our review. You're getting your new book next week. We're finishing up our last pages in our green handwriting book. I'm going to get myself ready right here. I want you on page 76. You'll see Matt Man. And the reason why we're reviewing this is I am going to ask you for handwriting in your journaling page today. This is a writing assessment on your first and last name, so I would like to see this eventually. And we're going to be reviewing how to make people and using all of the parts, okay? So here we go. On page 76 of your handwriting book, we are not doing the number page, friends. We're doing that now. And of course, I forgot to remind you, down on this bottom corner is where you're going to be seeing these numbers. Another reason we're learning about numbers up to 100. 76, 76, I see it right there, okay? So when you're in kindergarten, that is going to be something that you're going to be doing a lot as well, being able to know how to get into your book, right? That your teacher's asking you to be working in. Make a roofers. The roofers, Miss Rash. Come on. Okie dokie game. I think we got it. Maybe I needed another one. Okay, so you have a workspace right here. You have Matt Ann right here. We are going to trace over him first to review how to make people, because again, that will be your work, part of your work for today, okay? So at the top, I'm going to get a pen so you guys can see better, okay? Here we are. We're going to start at the top as we always do. We have a curve and a curve, right? So go ahead and do that circle. Now we're going to do his ears, which are two small curves. Okay. Here is his body, the rectangle. Go ahead and trace over that. Arms are long lines. Legs are long lines. And then across and across. Right? Okay, so now we're going to do another one together over here. I want you to start with your rectangle and put it in the middle. So when you start here today, it's easy if you start with your rectangle in the middle of your page and then build out, okay? That way your piece won't be this big. I want you to start filling the entire space with some of your work, okay? So a rectangle, a line down, a line down, a line across, a line across. The circle on the top. Small curve for the ears. Finish, Matt Man. Long arm, long leg, and then your feet are going across, right? You can do hands in so many different ways, you guys. You could just do 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could try to do this. Sometimes I even just do circles. I mean, as long as it's represented, I'm okay with that. Okay, so don't get so hard on yourself on those ones. Of course, we need our dots, right? We got to get our smiley face. Dot, dot, and then a curve for the smiley mouth, okay? So I wanted to review this on how to make people, because I'm going to take this down now. And this was happening in school a lot. We would be, and I'm going to show you, like this workspace here. So let's say this is our workspace and the words go down here, gang, right? Miss Rash needs a better pen. We were starting to make our people like this big. And when you have something that small, you can't get the detail of faces and things like that on it. So when we have a big piece of paper like this, I want you to make your items bigger so we can see it, right? Kind of like what I did yesterday when I did the cat. I did a big face. And when you have lots of detail, it's good to make really teeny tiny things. But today, since I'm only having you draw you, and practice your first and last name, I want you to make it bigger so I can really see you, okay? So I will show you an example of what I'm expecting. Okay, so when you're doing creative writing or creative drawing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start with, you can do the Mat Man figure, how you start there, if that's how you want to do your body. Or you can start with, sometimes when the girls want to wear dresses, they'll start with a triangle body. Really, it's up to you. Okay, and I'll show you both of those ways really quickly. So with Mat Man, it's a rectangle like this, and then the circle head, right? Here's some ears, and Miss Rash has long hair. Okay, so now, before I even do this part, and I've taught you before about the legs, we can color over them to add detail. Now I'm going to show you this again with making a dress if you wanted to. So I would do it down, down, across. That's going to be my dress. Here's my head. Here are my arms, my legs. And again, my hair is a little bit longer, right? So now is where the chance for color comes in. I have created my body. I'm going to stop and put my brown away because, as I have told you, I want lots of color, right? Smiley faces. Of course, whatever color beautiful eyes you have. You could put a bow in your hair. What do I want to wear today? So I think I'm going to put polka dots on my dress. And I'm going to put purple. And I'm also going to use yellow because I like purple and gold together. And of course, I would have to finish this a little bit more, right? I am definitely not done. I have no eyeballs. Now, I told you guys this before. So let's say I wanted to have tights on, right? You can draw right over these lines. Like, let's say this was me with my favorite shirt, and these are now jeans because I'm going to go work out in my yard. I just put the blue jeans right over my lines. Look. And now I have jeans. If I want this to be a Seahawks shirt, I could add some green to it. And maybe this is me. Oh, wrong color green for our Seahawks, Miss Rash. Come on. Goodness gracious. There we go. Put the green. And again, I'm going right over those colors because those are my sleeves, right? Okay. Do you see how you can layer? I was teaching you guys that. And then if you want tennis shoes even, you can just take whatever colored shoes you want. Maybe red today. And then put a circle around it and then color over it. Your foot's underneath it. So now look how much detail I have added to that. Okay, so for your writing today, I want to see your first and last name. So down here is where you're going to be writing your name. M. S. Miss Rash. R. A. I'm doing it in uppercase right now because I haven't taught you all of the lowercase, right? Miss Rash. My work is now done. Boom. So today, that will be your journal writing. This is what I want you to do. I do want to see first and last name on this. Okay, gang? It's really important for me. Using lots of space. Teeny tiny little people. We want them to be a little bit bigger. Okay? Okie dokie. So that is your handwriting for today. Let's go ahead and talk about math. So for math today, and in May in our classroom, we'd be doing this a lot. So we have talked about so many different things in math. So now Ms. Rash is kind of do a review of all those little things, okay? So one of the things we talked about at one time is how long something is, or how tall something is, and then how short or smaller something is to it, right? And that's comparing what we call measurement. And I've talked to you about that before. So today, because you guys have grown so much, we are going to measure you. Yep, we're measuring you. And we're going to do that because we're studying flowers in science by making a flower that is the size of you. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to do that, okay? So in your packet that I gave you, you have all of these strips. These strips are going to be your measuring piece. So if you need to make more strips, I have given you an extra green piece of paper, but I don't think any of you guys are taller than all these strips together. Maybe, we'll see. So when you're measuring, you have to be very, very precise on where you start and where you stop. So you're going to need somebody's help with this to make sure you're being precise. So a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, I don't know. Or you can lay it out, you can mark things. So get creative on how you do that. But for example, if I was to measure our board right here, I would have to start right at this end spot. I could not start way over here or way into here because that would not be a correct measurement. So when you're measuring something, you have to start from one side and go all the way to the end and then stop. We measured our pumpkins in October when we were doing some measuring as well, right? So different types of measuring. So anyway, so I'm starting here. Oh, I don't have enough. I would have to add another piece, right? And so right here, I'm going to glue these two pieces together. I'm going to get out my glue right now. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the very end of this strip. And I'm going to put these strips together to measure even more, right? To see how much longer it is. So your dads and moms might have something called a measuring tape that has numbers on it. And that's what you use when you're building things. You would use a measuring tape because it helps you with those numbers, right? So math is everywhere. Oops, I'm almost there. I would actually have to add another one, which I can do because this is what you guys are going to be doing when you measure you. Little bit of glue on the end. And then here I go. Now, I already know this is going to be much, much, much too long now. But if I was measuring this again, I would go right to the end. I would hold this out. Oh, I need to stop. It's right here. Okay, so that would be my stopping point, and then I would break off the extra to measure how long this is. So when you're measuring you are going to glue your pieces together just like Miss Rash has. I would start at least by gluing 3 or 4 of them together, right? So then once you have those glued together, you're going to lay them down on the ground. And you're going to lay down next to them. But there's more to this, right? So now I have my big, long strip, but we're making this into a flower. So you have a circle on a yellow piece of paper. Pinch your fingers, thumb in the small circle, right? Here we go, around. Turn your paper, turn. Am I going fast? No, and I've been cutting for a long time. Circles are hard to cut. You need to go slow. So around and around and around and around. This is going to be the center of my flower. The flower on the top of your green piece is also going to be like the measurement of the top of your head. So when you're done, you should have a flower that is the same size as tall as you. That's what we're reaching. That's our goal. I also gave you a piece of paper and it has flowers already flower leaves, already pre-drawn on your paper. You are going to have to cut out each one of these, and I'm going to show you right now. I cut out the one, I see my line. I'm going around, pinch your fingers, turn, whoop, and then I'm going to turn it back around this way, turn, and then I'm done, right? Glue this onto your yellow flower piece. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then you're going to continue to do all of your leaves. So make your flower top, right? So that's going to be the head of you. So when you're doing this measurement, so again, do you see how my flower is starting to get put together, right? You're going to cut out all your pieces. And I'll continue to do this and talk to you at the same time. And then, in addition, I've given you a green piece of paper to trace onto the other piece of green construction paper. So these are your leaves. You're going to put these on here if however many leaves you want. You have to decide. It is your artwork, okay? I'd like you to have at least 2 leaves, though, because sunflowers have big leaves, and they do use leaves to soak in the sun. So it is important for flowers to have leaves. So here it is. You're going to trace around your leaf and then glue it onto your flower stem, right? Okay, so that's the very first part. You are making your flower. Before you're even measuring, you need to make your flower because you need to have the very top of the flower already glued onto your stem so you can use it as your head, right? That's going to be that measuring point. Okay, so Miss Rash has made her flower. So now I'm going to glue that green piece of paper onto the back. Okay, that way it'll be there. And now I'm going to be ready for measuring. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the top of my flower, right? And my really super duper 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 long stem. My leaf that I'm going to glue onto here, right? So I'm going to have this really long flower. And now I'm ready to lay it down on the ground like so. And I'll show you this, guys. I'm so sorry. I got to move it a little bit. My apology. Okay. And then you will see that once you have that piece, you can lay down next to it on the ground and measure yourself. Okay. So this is going to be our math measurement for today. I'm sorry, guys. My computer just went again. So I'm hoping you can see all this.